So if we look at markets, for example, in the past 10 years, the rapid growth economies have doubled their contribution to global GDP. Now it's about 10%, the same as advanced economies. And then in another 10 years, it'll actually grow to 20%. So double that of advanced economies. And in terms of new products, in 2010 alone, there was 250,000 of new products launched. But a study by Booz Allen says that actually within 2 years, 2/3 of those products fail. And then finally, there's a lot of risk and volatility. A recent survey conducted with CEOs showed that 81% of CEOs globally felt that they saw more volatility ahead. And in the US, interestingly enough, that number is actually 90%. So all of this is actually forcing enterprises and small companies to really think about how to do things differently, to do things better, and leverage some of the advantages that frankly weren't available a few years ago, such as the fact that we have so many devices, so much data out there that we can leverage. So what is I mentioned PLM, product lifecycle management. What are the stages of product lifecycle management? Quite simply, it's really 4 stages: concept and design, product prototype and pilot, product launch, and then service and support. I think all of us can relate to this. And the benefits of having actually a robust PLM system, which would encompass both people, process, and technology, is that it'll help you accelerate innovation, balance the cost of quality and compliance, align your value chain, as well as rapidly commercialize your products and services. So that's great. But our value chains today are actually changing, and they're evolving. Whether it's demand from customers, whether it's your suppliers, whether it's your own internal companies, various departments, people are interacting, collaborating in new ways. There's more and more inputs and feedback and requirements floating out there. And it's actually strengthening value chains, but it can also become quite hard to manage. And this actually exposes some of the limitations of traditional PLM. For example, scattered product ideas and requirements and various inputs. It's actually, there's more of them out there. It's hard to actually gather and make sense of, the important stuff from the noise. Proliferating consumer feedback. There again, the voice of the customer. There's a lot of social media chatter out there, and they actually can express your customers, your market sentiments about your products, and some of those folks are actually quite influential. Some of the bloggers and product reviewers, for example. Of course, there's different markets, different segments, different customers that you want to target, and then there's a challenge of ever-increasing need to react quickly to changing technology and market shifts. So central to all of this is the explosion in data. Not only Internet of Things, but traditional data, social media data. It's really driving a growth in unstructured data. And the difference in unstructured and structured data is structured data is something that we can all logically relate to because they fit nicely into columns and rows. And that's what's been stored in all the databases, all the relational databases that we grew up with. But guess what? That's only about 10 to 20% of all data out there. The vast majority of data is actually unstructured. Free text, sensors, RFID, blogs, web logs, call logs. All of this is actually being generated, every minute in massive volume. So the good news is, by leveraging big data, you actually complete some of the missing pieces in a traditional PLM approach. Big data can actually help you fulfill that voice of the consumers and give you the ability to continuously improve products and services by keeping tabs of changing trends and customer feedback. Quickly respond to changing customer behavior. And then integrating data from various data sources. So it's not just your point of sales data, right? We already have that. We know why things sell through. We know how many things sell through, what they are. but why did they sell through? Is it because you had the right price? Is it because you had an effective promotion? Was it the right channel? Was it, the advertising and the marketing? Were it product features, etc. So there's actually a lot of data out there that you could leverage to better understand why, so that when you make future investments in product development, you put those in the factors that actually drive success more than maybe unwanted factors, unwanted characteristics or functions. So how is this done? So at Oracle, we actually acquired a company a couple of years ago called Endeca. They're in the big data space, and I'm just going to show you some examples of how some of this big data analysis can be achieved through Endeca, and how that can actually drive better product lifecycle, product development, product lifecycle management. So first, you have to have a big data platform that allows agile and confident data discovery that can help you drive innovation across the enterprise. And what that solution or platform needs to do is, one, it needs to quickly be able to combine both structured and unstructured data. Structured data because you have your CRM, you have your POS, you have your ERP with a lot of supply chain information. That's still very important, valuable. But then there's all this other media out there, social chatter, tweets, Facebook posts, etc. So you need to actually be able to analyze both together. And then you need to be able to explore your ideas in confidence. So this is actually, agility is the ability to manage or to combine structured and unstructured data. Confidence is the ability to actually analyze it together. And then thirdly, you need to be able to drive innovation through better visualization of big data. So because of the volume and variety of data, sometimes our traditional reports and graphs and dashboards, which tend to be very static, right? You can't really explore or search for certain terms as well. But big data actually requires you to have new visualization techniques, such as some of the great mappings that we saw from Google, to help you actually tease out and see patterns, correlations, and then drive better business decisions from all your data, not just your structured data. So looking back at our traditional PLM cycle, now strengthened with the voice of consumers, we can see that big data actually helps you in the initial stages of concept, design through prototyping and pilot, because big data continuously senses market trends, allows you to analyze consumer needs, and also analyzes a lot of the product failure data, service data, warranty data, historical design data. We have customers that use big data in process manufacturing. They can have better yields, and then they can tell which products, maybe which parts they need to actually improve, because they tend to fail more often because they combine that information with their warranty records. And a lot of the warranty information is unstructured. It's just claims that may be handwritten, that can be through OCR transformed to free text, but it's actually hard to analyze that unless you have a big data platform. And the benefits of doing all this is you can source new ideas, accelerate time to market, make better changes in addressing consumer needs, better assortment planning, as well as ensure acceptance of products by consumers. So how's this done? For example, you can discover hot topics and ideas through a tag cloud or word cloud. You can identify hot brands from sales performance. Now this is now looking at your structured data, looking at both unstructured and structured data together. You can get ideas from social media feeds, so this is definitely unstructured data. You can capture the sentiments of customers. So a lot of companies today that I talk to about big data, they do look at social media feeds, but they actually have a marketing director or someone actually reading the posts, and that can be very cumbersome. And if you actually have a lot of tweets, it's actually hard to aggregate that through that process. So that's why I mentioned earlier the visualizations. You can see that with a big data tool, you can actually graph the sentiments so that they become more clear, and it's based on all your social media data. And then finally, through that, you can inspire new ideas for product innovation. And then moving on to the remaining parts of the life cycle, product launch through service and support. So again, big data continuously listens to sentiments and feedback from consumers on whether it's social media, blogs, or forums. It understands the performance of your products from sensors. So a lot of the Internet of Things applications is the ability to actually sense a part or a product that's going to fail before it actually fails, right? Because then preventive maintenance is usually a lot less expensive than actually, sort of fixing or replacing. And then capturing and identifying any quality service issues. Again, this is mining a lot of the warranty records. And the benefits of being able to do this with the help of big data is you proactively improve product quality and service. You drive sales and demand forecasting. So a lot of our customers, such as Kraft and P&G, have been able to actually achieve percentage improvements in their forecasting, which reduces inventory costs. Has a whole host of benefits. You can optimize pricing promotion. So I did say earlier that a lot of people are thinking about big data in this, using big data in this way, and of course that is a great way you can leverage big data. And then of course all of this provides you a foundation for building your next generation of very competitive products and services. So again, let's walk through an example. When you see on this graph, you're actually seeing the number of mentions horizontally plotted by the number of orders vertically. And you can see this yellow bubble here. There's a lot of mentions, but there's not a whole lot of sales. So that probably suggests that maybe there's a lot of negative sentiment about this. So why isn't this product selling better? Well, certainly you can actually see that there is actually more negative sentiment. A lot of the big data solutions will have some data dictionaries that naturally recognize positive terms from negative terms. You can further customize this to make it more accurate to your business. And then when you drill down further, you uncover that there's actually a lot of complaints and warranty claims correlated to a particular design of this product through analyzing the social media feeds. And this lets you take corrective and preventive actions by improving this feature. And the product sales then correspondingly should go back up. So I'd like to wrap up by just sharing 3 customer case studies. I picked this one, Guangdong Saka Precision Manufacturing, because obviously we're located in the Pearl River Delta. And this is an Oracle customer that uses our product lifecycle management solution. And basically they were able to achieve a whole host of benefits through applying the traditional best practices from concept design all the way through service and support. For example, they reduced their inventories by 20%. They improved the management of their assets by 70%. And then they automated sourcing of R&D data, ensured their bill of materials had the consistency and data accuracy, and improved data quality by 80%. So these are just some examples of the benefits of adopting a best practice PLM. And of course there's lots of other benefits, the ability to integrate your ERP system with your PRM, to ensure that you have a unified platform to share and manage specification documents, boost R&D without risking your confidential IP. This second case study is actually from an Oracle customer that uses both our product lifecycle management and our Endeca information discovery. In fact, almost all of the major auto manufacturers use our big data solution. And for this customer, they were able to reduce their time to insight by 80%. They saved hundreds of thousands of hours of engineer wait time, and help find out problems with their products through looking at warranty records and prove or disprove certain hypotheses. Another example from the automotive industry, Delphi, they make a lot of automotive parts. Again, they were able to combine data from 16 different systems, structured and unstructured. Their warranty engineers could easily explore data using this very intuitive big data platform, and they were able to solve performance issues that saved them about $1 million worth of costs. So in conclusion, I encourage all of you to think about, some of the initial steps would be, do you have a robust product lifecycle solution in place, system in place? And then two, as you look forward, are you leveraging big data and the Internet of Things to drive better innovation? And I'll conclude with Gartner saying that value chain innovators, such as some of the ones you saw today, enjoy 60% better profit margins than their less integrated peers. So hopefully you found this helpful, and thank you for the opportunity to share with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yu, for telling us how to manage tremendous construction